just typing out some things. Okay, so let's see where we were. So we celebrated Mega Christmas, which was to celebrate the resurrection of Santa Claus as Mega Santa. I believe I've read these articles. I'm just gonna double check. Yoro Yoro a season. Oh. I hear a little bit of something outside. Don't mind that noise. Yoro Yoro season is finally here. Okay. And let's see what the Augmented Eye has. Augmented Eye, biker gang arrested for vandalism during protests. Okay. Well, doesn't seem Parliament. Oh no, Parliament discusses anime influence. That's not going to be fun for the whole family. Let's see. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash. A representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting, "If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it." Nope. Studio's head responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Yes, important topics and all. Anywho, Taylor and Brian. Just Taylor the Brain tried the name change request. A couple weeks ago, wrote Taylor, and so Brains of Solo Anime Project. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. If I ever find an editor willing to work on this stuff, I'll probably cut all of that out later. But anywho, off to work. December 27th. Good evening. Oh, let's get the channel back. Hassie, cool. There we go. Hey, chill. Let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit too soon? Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Right. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back? See? So, you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby. I think you called her... asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? From Gabby? Let's see. The note reads, "First of all, I want to apologize for the behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Signed, Gabby. Wow. That girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah. She asked me when would you be here and relatively free. So I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea, now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me what drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years. Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideous, stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby's in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot! Huh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And, not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run from this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey boss, thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Yes, I was listening to a lot of Love is Like a Drug. Drive Me Wild. Who was I? Yes, I invited. Metal. I kind of wish that these kind of had a little bit of a description to follow them. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one. 2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. The one you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push it, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces on all those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You look so happy. I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Cobalt velvet for Stella. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the rocks and mix. Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too... Sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's been better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used to as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up, and the teachers at her school didn't help. Say's not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalents to things she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her as a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face, and it scares me. You're not comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, would you? Sure. Cold and sweet. I think I've heard that one before. Sparkle Star. Blue Fairy. Moon Blast. All on the rocks. Okay. Yeah, let's get you a Moon Blast then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 1, 2. Do and do. Moon Blast. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Say asks for, you know? Now that you mention it. So I take it Say's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy then? It's a mess. They've tried to fix it over time, and I'm glad to say they've actually done it. Say's mom had a really abusive relationship with Say's father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But apparently, things got nasty when Say's mom, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. She didn't want that guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating from him. She still uses a cane to walk thanks to that. She moved here, Say was born, she started her veterinary clinic. So, did he come back? He was drunk, and he couldn't find any drugs, so he made it to the city. He caused a ruckus for a couple of days until Say managed to scare him off. How? She beat him to near death 3 times. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh, don't worry, I laughed too. The dramatic irony there is delicious. Is it dramatic irony? I suppose. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm after the lower parts of the city? Or in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so it's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel there's people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel warm there. That Uptown doesn't. I feel a warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to. I forgot how to say talks. Oh. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you could try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Yeah, I said that weird. But not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me. Adding one to your order. Oh, that. Right. 2 beers for the girls. Beer. I should really remember this already. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop. Beer. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all like asking, "Where's Say? Where's Say?" Why do they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry about it. They still like you. Sorry, I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Oh, wrong word. Well, there were fireworks, and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in the jar. The little guy that little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah. We have a New Year's party this Saturday, if you want to come. Sure. It's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about next fiscal year. I'll be there. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun. Broke some glasses. Ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay, something classy for Say. Let's get the most spicy thing. Or not spicy, expensive? Fringe weaver. Cobalt velvet. Brantini. Oh, all the classy drinks are fairly expensive, so it's cobalt velvet if I want like 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all on the rocks and something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Still came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? This is a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow she got it into her head that being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says that the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young. Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period. You were angry or something? Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried, but I won't go back to those days. Just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much. I told her as much. Hey, could you get me something bubbly? Something bubbly for a bubbly girl. Bubbly, fringe weaver. Cobalt velvet. Okay. Let's get you another cobalt velvet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All on the rocks and mix. Here. Bubbly, bubbly. Hey, Jill. This might seem a bit random, but do you remember the first time I came here? Yeah, you're the second white knight I've served. I remember. Why? Precisely because of that. I've been meaning to ask you about that story. What was your other experience with a white knight? If I had to put it simply, the total opposite of you. Oh? She came here as part of her work, looking for information on some cases. I went through the motions, offering her a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. I first thought she was just another private eye, then she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? I wouldn't know. She never told me, but she asked if I saw some people. She got pretty intense when I told her I had no idea who she was talking about. I suggested she ask the vending machines outside, and they told her the suspect climbed on them. She got her info and she left. Pretty professional, but if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though the way she had lost her cool was suspicious. You seem pretty good at reading people, Jill. It makes me kind of jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed it. But you noticed it. I'm not good at reading people, even if the cue was thrown in my face. I wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure you can compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked me about that event? Not really. I just found the fact that I was the only other white knight you've served is weird. I mean, really? Just two? Weird. I know. I spent most of my life with almost no interactions with the white knights until I met you. Means you've had a nice life then. That sounded creepier than I thought. A bit, yeah. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'm going to take my break, Gil. Sure. Doop. Doop. I wonder if I left food for 4. I kind of want to just do this. It reminds me of Fafnir. Anyways. Okay, Dorothy? You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Ah, honey. You want something? The usual, I guess. The usual, usual. I wonder what's wrong with her. I think she wants a sugar rush with alcohol, right? I don't remember what her usual is. Here. This is nice. 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 Nice? Okay, you're freaking me out. What's going on? Hey, honey. How do you know what's real? How so? I mean, how do you know if what you see is an actual thing? How can I tell if what you see around you is actually happening? What tells you everything is not actually a fabrication? What tells me I am not just a simulation in a computer? And those ponderings brought you to the bar? Oh, I'm in the bar. Am I? Dorothy, you're having a solipsistic crisis of sorts? What? Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. See, that's just another thing right there. That word. Solipsism. What does that even mean? Where the hell did it come from? Well, solace means alone, and ipse means self. Yeah, yes, but how did it come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decided to make those noises? and decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this. It doesn't make sense. Words don't make sense. I've been repeating words for a long time, and they've stopped making sense. Why? Calm down. That's just a semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I be sure this counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on, just making sure. I should make her a drink at the very least. At very least, I'll have something to throw at her. Let's give her Grandpa booze. Stop tapping the counter so much. I'm this close to throwing this in your face. Sorry. So, let's start from the beginning. Since when did you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. But, I don't know. It was all too sudden. I was thinking about everything happening a week ago until now. How much fun I was having, how much I loved everyone around me, and out of nowhere, thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Are those feelings real? Is all of this real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? What tells me that you're real? Eh? For all I know, I just might be a figment of someone's imagination. Or even just an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis, that uncertainty about whether or not things are real. It was a couple of months only, but I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. But the panic attack gave me a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch, and the fear got worse. What did you do to get over it? Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favorites. At one point I cried with the book and realized I was crying over fake things, a story and its characters. I didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? Even if I'm a figment of someone's imagination, I'd still care about you. That's what I told myself, at least. It wasn't immediate, but that focus helped me. Yeah, I like it. Hey, can I take this drink? I made it for you. Thanks. Okay then. That's an expensive way to use rum, but okay. Especially $600 worth of rum. Ew. Why did you throw it on your head? Do you feel something you made? And? It burns. It itches a bit. I'll get you a towel. Delivery for Dana's it. Oh, I've been here before. Mr. Mario, welcome back. I have a delivery for Dana's 8. Who's that? Why am I choosing this voice? She's my boss. I'll get it for her. Right. Sign here, please. It's a big package. I wonder what's inside. You should open it. If it's something perishable, maybe it'll need to be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener? A really big wiener. Hey, honey. The big package had a big wiener inside. What will your boss do with such a thing? I don't know how she'll cook it. Perhaps she'll chop it? Honey, seems the wiener is too big to eat correctly. Stop. Maybe you should prepare some right now. What do you say, honey? Do you want some of your boss's wiener? I don't. Seriously, Jill? She's the one making the jokes. And you're the one trying not to laugh too hard at them. Anyway, we all know if we dare cook this without her permission, she'll hang us upside down. She'll hang me upside down. Hey, Jacket Boy, what's your name? I'm Mario? Come on, Mario. I'll buy you a drink. He might have another delivery, you know. This is the last one, actually. I'll accept your offer. I'll have one sunshine cloud. And you? And you? I'm fine. Sunshine cloud for Mario. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's not get him drunk because he's on a bike. And blended. Here. Thanks. Oops, wrong word. Hey, call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right amount. Yeah, Dorothy, why did you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way. That way? Lilith? I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with liking women, but... Oh, don't worry about it. I wasn't hitting on you. I was thanking you. Thanking me? Your package let me see Honey here laughing like an idiot. It's easier than you think. That made me happy, and I don't know, it fit with what she was telling me earlier. I'm more calm than when I entered. Glad I helped, I guess? Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, honey. Enjoy your big wiener. Out with you. She seems like a nice girl. I don't mean for it to sound like I get it. Don't worry. You like guys, it's clear. Speaking of, you like motorcycles, don't you? I do, yeah. Have you been to the motor district? I spend all my free time in the motor district, actually. Why? Is it true that what they say about all the illegal races going on there? You're not a cop, are you? As far as I remember, no. Well, I mean, there are illegal races, but there's also semi-legal league going on there. Semi-legal? The authorities acknowledge that there's races going on. They don't know what goes on in them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The legal ones end up being safer in the end. Huh. Have you heard about a biker called Christine Love? Miss Love, of course. Everyone knows who she is. What about her? Is her gang dangerous as dangerous as they say? I don't know. Nobody knows. Excuse me? They look intimidating enough, but the truth is that nobody has faced them directly. Moreover, nobody wants to be the one that got beaten up to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. Oops, my voice got deeper. So her gang is just there, menacingly doing their own thing, not bothering anyone. Oh, Do you want anything else? I'll have a piano man. Alright. A piano man for Mario. Ooh, expensive drink. I haven't served a piano man in a hot minute. Here. Yeah, this is nice. This will sound weird, but do you believe in replibots? 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 There's a belief that some Lilim out there are designed to be perfectly replicate a particular human. That or something replaces those humans with such a Lilim. Thus, they call them replibots. That's so hard to say. You know a lot about this. I don't. It's in most magazines nowadays. Well, it's the first time I've heard of it. What about it? On my way here, I almost ran over my neighbor. He just showed up in the middle of the street. And I say almost because he moved really quick out of the way. When I went to deliver a package, somehow my neighbor was there. Almost immediately. After the whole thing. And he was there the whole time. Maybe it was someone that looked like him? He had the same look, clothes, and mannerisms. Trust me, you know a perfect replica when you see one. And you saw the Lilim kid here. They could easily pass off as humans. There are even Lilim idol singers nowadays whose voices can pass off as human. They could be passing off as humans under our very noses, replacing us little by little. At this point in time, I really doubt it. Lilim behavior is a bit different, but you can easily tell someone's a Lilim because they seem... How do I put this? They don't care about risks and dangers as much as we do. They treat risks with a lot more leniency. Still, be careful. Keep an eye out for uncanny doppelgangers. I'm leaving. Thanks for everything. Please come again. What's our take on the replibot thing? Do you believe in them? Do you? Not really, but I asked you first. When I was in high school, there was this irrational fear of aliens. I was paranoid that they would come. What would I do then? I remember I lost lots of sleep because of it. That doesn't answer my question. Let me finish. After many months of fear, I reached a conclusion that might as well apply here. It's useless to be afraid. But I'm a simple woman. I wouldn't be able to do shit against them. So I'd rather live without being afraid. Because of the memories of not being afraid will be my only solace when the Nevule crabs invade. The replibots come. Jill, are you still afraid of aliens? What part of useless to be afraid didn't you catch? Right. Back. Did anything happen? I discovered I have a sense of humor of it. I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old. Did anything new happen? Hey. They brought you a package. Ah, yes. My curated wiener. It's a gift from my folks. It was delayed in customs, but here it is. You guys want some of it? That's a new one. Have some pocket money. I'm out of excuses. Okay. Flawless service bonus. Okay, I should. Okay. Let's grab some Maneki Neko for that. So today's stream was a little bit quiet. No one's in chat. That's all right. So if anyone watches the VODs and liked hanging out, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, share, ring the bell, all of that. If you got something to say, feel free to leave a comment. But Well, once again, thank you all for watching. And it is going to be a little bit of a ta-ta for now. Anywho, let me save first. There we go. Okay. Without further ado, ta-ta for now.